Hey lovelies, it's Lisa here and I'm at work. I just finished my shift. I'm now on call, so the pager may interrupt me at any moment, but I'm here now. And it is June 3rd, so it's day 3 of my Tower month, where every day I am exploring how the Tower, which was my card of the month in my Wheel of Life spread that I pulled at the beginning of January of this year, I'm exploring each day how the Tower can be read through the field of my life, through the lens of my daily experience, and how my daily experience can be read through the card of the Tower. So, you know, as I think about today, today was really in the wake of a really stupid argument that I had with my husband last night. And that argument had me thinking about the ways in which the Tower, the tradition, the iconography of the Tower really, and the way I've always thought about it, really has a sense of something happening to the individual or to the world that we inhabit from the outside. That sense of the lightning coming in and striking off the head of the Tower, you know, that sense of our minds being blown, of our identity, of the stability of our world kind of being in an instant shattered. And, you know, what happens in relationship, I mean, you know, I adore my husband and we are both very good fighters, meaning we don't keep stuff inside. We don't stifle our feelings. We'll say it like we need to say it. We're both a little bit hot-headed. I know I'm a little bit stubborn. I have a terrible temper. Oi, such a temper. And I like to win, you know, for a Zen Buddhist mindfulness chaplain type. I like winning a lot more than I probably should, you know. But we also, you know, don't go to bed angry, and we listen to each other and we care for each other. So we're good fighters in that we both are stubborn and we'll stick to our guns, but we're also good fighters in that we know how to make up. But still, it feels shitty that to have fought and to feel our emotions boiling up from inside, and to feel that helplessness when you're in the throe of feeling crappy and angry and you just want to lash out. And whether you lash out or you don't lash out, that emotion, that wave, that churning is still there, and you're sort of riding it, you know, riding the adrenaline or riding the gurgling and the boiling. And it just made me realize, you know, that the Tower isn't always about being struck from outside. Sometimes it's about bursting from inside. And so, you know, this may be to mingle practices in a way that won't be ultimately helpful, but I thought I'd give it a shot today. So I've been working, as I've said in other videos, with playing cards, and particularly with calibrating my playing cards, with trying to understand how best to read the 52 cards of a playing card deck. So this is a deck, it's just a bicycle card deck, but it's been distressed. It's a vintage, I think it's called vintage 1800. I don't have the box with me. So it has this kind of aged look to it, which is cool. And like all bicycle cardstock, it's really nice to touch. It's got this linen-like finish, and it's plasticized. Just feels good. So I enjoy shuffling it, and I enjoy drawing it. And so I thought I would just draw a card, perhaps every day during this month, as a way of helping me read the Tower. So I'm calibrating the Tower through my life, and I'm calibrating my life through the Tower, and I'm calibrating my playing cards through my life through the Tower. I'm just, you know, let's read everything against everything else and see what meaning, what connections what discernment we can generate, and let's just go for it. Let's use our big old human brains and see what meaning and transformation we can glean from this deep interpretive practice. So the card I pulled was the Joker, because I leave these in the deck, and typically these decks of cards come with 2 jokers. I pulled the Joker upside down. I'll say something about that in a minute. And you'll see in these playing card decks, sometimes there's a difference between jokers, but in this deck, let me look at that. Yeah, I don't think there's any difference. Sometimes there's a sense that one joker is the dark joker and one joker is the light joker, but in this deck, I'm not seeing that. So I read the Joker as the Fool, even though historically I have done the research. Historically, actually, probably the Joker card as it emerges in the 19th century in playing card decks is not related to the Tarot Fool. I don't know. I consider the Joker to be the Fool. And I pulled it upside down. And, whoops, I'm just double checking my sense that these jokers are the same. Yeah, I think they are really the same. I pulled it upside down, so my form is when I've got a reverse card to pull another card to kind of clarify it, and I pulled the 4 of Hearts. Okay, so analogous to the 4 of Cups. Now what I'm thinking here, and just in terms of thinking about the quality of open-endedness and beginning mind that I associate with the Fool, and the way in which the Joker stands outside of normal card play, like the Fool in historic tarot card games. The Fool stands out of the game of trumps, the game of triumphs. It's like the excuse card, like you can play the Fool instead of having to follow suit or having to trump a card. The Joker also stands outside. The 4 of Hearts with its stability, but also its stasis and its stagnation, you know, in the realm of spirit, emotion, relationship. I was just thinking that, like, you know, the thing that keeps me from being able to be supple and avoid the kind of being drawn into battle that happens when we fight with our loved ones, with our closest allies and friends and partners and soulmates. When we get pulled in, when we get hooked, we take the bait, and we're unable to just have that quality of beginner's mind, of freshness, of standing outside, of not being drawn into the fray. Why does that happen? Why don't we end up free and easy? And it, you know, has everything to do with this kind of stagnation of the heart, this stability, which is also a stasis. What would it mean to keep playing, to keep in mutuality, to keep in relationship? It's like that old saying, would you rather be right or would you rather be in relationship? And when I fight with my beloved, until I'm able to realize that relationship supersedes righteousness, I'll always be a little bit like the Joker upside down, unable to move forward, unable to play, unable to have the quality of spontaneity and freshness that we associate with cards like the Joker or the Fool. Anyway, so sometimes the Tower is about the burst that comes from the inside out. Yeah? Okay, that's what I got tonight. Much love. And as always, thank you so much for your practice, and thank you for watching.